Anne Burrell's life was a vibrant tapestry of bold flavors, relentless passion, and an unyielding dedication to empowering others, both in the kitchen and beyond. Born on the September 21st, 1969 in the small town of Cazenovia, New York, Anne grew up surrounded by the warmth of a tight-knit family in a community that celebrated traditions. Her family ran a local flower shop, instilling in her an appreciation for beauty, detail, and the importance of crafting experiences that could brighten someone's day. But while others might have seen flowers as their creative outlet, Anne was drawn to something else entirely: food. From a young age, Anne displayed a keen interest in cooking, not as something glamorous, but as a language of love. Her childhood was filled with memories of watching her mother in the kitchen, absorbing every detail as she prepared family meals. She often spoke fondly of her mother's tuna fish sandwiches, a seemingly simple dish that became her first food memory and an emotional anchor throughout her life. For Anne, food was never just sustenance, it was connection, identity, and joy. Anne's formal journey into the culinary world wasn't immediate. She first pursued a degree in English and communications at Canisius College in Buffalo. But even as she studied literature and rhetoric, her heart remained with food. She realized that while she loved storytelling, she didn't want to do it with words alone. She wanted to express herself through ingredients, aromas, and flavors. With this clarity, Anne took the plunge and enrolled at the prestigious Culinary Institute of America, CIA, graduating in 1996. It was here that her culinary foundation was solidified. She wasn't just learning recipes, she was learning the science, the discipline, and the soul of cooking. After the CIA, Anne took a bold step and traveled to Italy to attend the Italian Culinary Institute for Foreigners. Immersed in a culture that revered food, she embraced Italian values of seasonality, simplicity, and familial joy at the table. She worked at La Taverna del Lupo and La Bottega del Trenta in Tuscany and Umbria, learning firsthand the rustic elegance of Italian cuisine. This time abroad deepened her commitment to cooking as a craft and philosophy, not just a career. Upon returning to the United States, Anne made her mark in the demanding kitchens of New York City. She worked as a sous chef at Felidia under Lydia Bastianich, a culinary titan, and later led the kitchen at Savoy in Soho, known for its wood-fired cooking and seasonal approach. Her style was loud, unapologetic, and inventive, an extension of her personality. She became known for bold flavors, confident seasoning, and dishes that celebrated the ingredients without unnecessary complexity. Beyond the kitchen, Anne also spent time as a culinary instructor at the Institute of Culinary Education. Her dynamic teaching style, equal parts drill sergeant and big sister, won her students' respect and affection. She believed that anyone could cook with the right mindset and guidance. This belief would later become the central message of her TV persona. In 2005, Anne got her first taste of television fame as a sous chef on Iron Chef America, assisting Mario Batali. Her spiky blonde hair, booming laugh, and unmistakable New York energy made her instantly recognizable. 3 years later, she launched her own show, Secrets of a Restaurant Chef, on the Food Network. The show was a revelation. For 9 seasons, Anne demystified complex restaurant techniques for home cooks, breaking down intimidating recipes into manageable steps with enthusiasm and clarity. She didn't just cook on camera, she taught, encouraged, and cheered people on. But it was her role as co-host of Worst Cooks in America, starting in 2010, that truly endeared her to millions. Paired with fellow chefs like Bobby Flay, Tyler Florence, and Carla Hall, Anne took culinary novices, some hilariously clueless, and turned them into confident cooks. The show was equal parts comedy, drama, and heart. Anne's mentoring was tough but compassionate. She challenged contestants to do better, but never humiliated them. Her signature laugh, playful nicknames, and occasional tough love became staples of the series. Over the course of 27 seasons, she helped dozens of people conquer their fears of the kitchen. Her fans often shared how she inspired them to start cooking for their families, change careers, or simply believe in themselves. "If people want to learn, I absolutely love to teach them," she once said. That simple statement became her mantra. Anne's impact extended beyond the screen. She authored 2 cookbooks, Cook Like a Rock Star, 2011, and Own Your Kitchen, 2013. Both were bestsellers filled with approachable recipes, personal stories, and no-nonsense advice. She also lent her voice and support to causes like City Harvest, the Garden of Dreams Foundation, and the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation. She was particularly passionate about helping young people, especially girls, find confidence in professional kitchens, a notoriously male-dominated world. In 2017, Anne opened her own restaurant in Brooklyn, Phil and Anne's Good Time Lounge. It was a colorful, eclectic space that mirrored her own personality. Though it eventually closed, it was another example of Anne's fearless approach to life. She was never afraid to try something new, take risks, or put herself out there. Her personal life, too, became a point of inspiration. In 2021, Anne married Stuart Claxton in a beautiful ceremony in her hometown. It was a love story years in the making, and she spoke often about how meaningful it was to find love and stability later in life. She embraced being a stepmother and continued to share glimpses of her life with fans via social media, where her signature optimism and humor shone through. On June 17, 2025, tragedy struck when Anne was found unresponsive at her home and later pronounced dead. The news sent shockwaves through the culinary and entertainment world. She was only 55. Tributes poured in from fellow chefs, friends, former contestants, and fans. Alex Guarnaschelli called her a culinary force who made everyone feel seen. Bobby Flay said she was the real deal, authentic, passionate, and unshakably kind. But perhaps the most powerful tributes came from everyday people. Fans shared how Anne helped them overcome their fear of cooking, how they laughed with her during dark times, how her shows became family traditions. Many called her the reason they started cooking at all. Her legacy is more than just episodes or cookbooks. Anne Burrell made cooking joyful, accessible, and empowering. She rejected the elitism that sometimes clouds the culinary world. Instead, she celebrated imperfection, resilience, and growth. Whether she was grilling a perfect steak or helping someone who didn't know how to boil water, she treated every dish and every person with respect. Her death leaves an undeniable void, but her spirit lives on in every home cook who dares to flambe, every nervous beginner who chooses to try, and every kitchen where her laughter still echoes from a saved YouTube clip or a dog-eared cookbook. Anne Burrell wasn't just a chef. She was a mentor, a performer, a teacher, and a beacon of joy. Her life, like her food, was bold, bright, and unforgettable. Rest in flavor, Anne. Your legacy will keep cooking for generations to come.